really cute. Well, now just more of my hair is falling out of my head. Cool. This is why we did this like once in high school and then never did it again. Coucou tout le monde, it's Sarah, and today we're going to be testing out viral TikTok hair hacks. If you watched my 50 ideas of how to not be bored in quarantine, which I will link right above, you'll know that I've become obsessed with TikTok recently. And something that always piques my interest are the hacks that are on TikTok. Hair hacks, clothing hacks, so many different hacks. So today is going to be the first of a series of me testing TikTok hacks. Today's video, hair hacks. So one of the hacks is how to use a straightener to curl your hair. Now, I think this was pretty popular back when hair straighteners were so popular in like the early 2000s, but I never really learned how to do this, so we're gonna try it out today. This girl that does this video that I found has her hair up in a ponytail, and she takes one little section. I'm not exactly sure how big her section is, but we'll say that this is good. She takes the curling iron and she wraps the hair around and then inside and then closes it and then pulls it down, and then she grabs it to kind of twirl afterwards, which I'm not sure which way I'm supposed to be twirling it. Yeah, that didn't work. Okay, let's try this again with maybe a thinner piece. So we're gonna try this again, wrapping it around, then putting it into the straightener, then pulling down, pull, 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 and then, oh, I see a little curl. Then she twists it to kind of help the curl along. Okay, that was much more successful. Okay, we're gonna do it with another straight piece. So under and then in, and then we'll pull it down. And I'm gonna go slower, like trying to be consciously slower. And then twist, and then let's see. Okay, I think I'm finally getting the hang of it. Is it any more effective than using a curling iron? I personally don't think so, but it does give you a nice curl once you can achieve it. Is it approved? Yes. Next up is a hack to hide your hair tie when you have a braid in or some style like this. Okay, so for this you're gonna need a big hair pin like this, and then also a bobby pin, so like your normal hair pin, the normal bobby pins. And then what she does, so she stuck the hair pin up her hair, then she wrapped some hair around the hair tie, wrapping it around, wrapping it around. Then she took her bobby pin and put it on this little tiny tail and threaded it through. And then she threaded it through the big hairpin. So she put the little bobby pin into the bigger hairpin and pulled it through so that the tail was now in the big hairpin. Okay, and then she pulled the big hairpin down. And voila! Then the hairpin with the tail, the little tail, went through her hair tie. Now this looks kind of a mess, but for being the first attempt, I feel like that's a pretty good sign for it being a good hack. So let's try it one more time. Again, it looks super horrible, but I think it's just user error. I don't think it's because the hack clearly works. You're just threading. It's like a needle and thread essentially, and how to do that. And I just need better practice and a better little strip of hair to use. But considering the mechanism of it works, I think this is hack approved. Okay, the next hack is how to give yourself bangs without actually cutting your hair. A lot of people are cutting their hair themselves during quarantine, so this is very timely if you don't want to commit to cutting your own bangs. but it's also not super new. I know I've done this when I was like a lot younger in high school or something. So just like the curling your hair with a straightener, this is not anything super new to like fake bangs, but we're gonna give it a try and see how realistic it looks. So she puts her hair up into a ponytail and she does it pretty high on her head. Then she literally takes the front section of her ponytail. Oh, the memories. Please, if you did this in high school, comment down below. I'm sure I'm not the only one. My hair is also a lot of different lengths. Hers kind of just fell beautifully into a little bangs formation, but mine is like all raggedy. Great. Then she kind of pins it here. Oh God, this is gonna look horrible. This is why we did this like once in high school and then never did it again. Let's try that. Looks a little more substantial. And she puts 2 in to secure it. Anyway, she pretty much teases the rest of her hair and then creates the bun on top. So I'm just gonna try to make this a voluptuous, messy bun. Her bun also came out a lot better and like more voluptuous than mine, but she does put a headband here. So let me go get a headband real quick. Do a little headband action. And what do we think? I feel like it's just looking like I have a unibrow. I think the headband is definitely necessary. And it does pretty much hide, like you can't really tell from back here that it's my hair. And since my hair is pretty much all one color, you can't really tell. It would definitely need some like trimming and making it really perfect looking. But otherwise, I mean, it's approved, like you can do it. The hack is true. Like if you want to see kind of what you look like with bangs, you can give this a try and you kind of get an idea. Would I suggest going out like this? I do not. So this TikTok intrigued me because it just uses a bathrobe to do overnight curls. Now I have tried a lot of overnight curls in my life and some of the results of these look amazing, so we're gonna give it a go. I've just been towel drying my hair and now I'm gonna brush it through. Find the part that looks good and brush it out. And then what you're supposed to do is divide the hair in the back, which I don't know how that's gonna look in the back, but we'll find out tomorrow. And then you take the robe and place it on your head. I feel like it's gonna fall off my damn head. Do I look cute? I'm gonna do this side first. And I think you essentially just wrap this around, kind of picking up the hair from the back as you go. I'm going to try to keep it as neat as possible. Secure it off with a hair tie. I'm using one of these Invisibobbles in an effort to not create any bumps. I'm not so sure about these ones back here. Okay, now the other side. So I just go to sleep like this and we'll see what it looks like in the morning. Good morning. I have slept on this hair all night. I will say it was irritating to have this in while I was eating dinner, so I tied it in the back. So there's a way to like tie it in the back and it made it a little less awkward and annoying, but when I went to go to sleep it was awkward because these little Invisibobbles were like sticking into my neck when I was laying down, so then I had to take it out to actually fall asleep. It wasn't super irritating, like it wasn't hard to sleep on like curlers or something, but I did feel like I was messing it up if I would like move around, so just like the anxiety of it or like the worry that I was messing it up was annoying, but it wasn't actually physically uncomfortable. As you can see, it has fallen down quite a bit and it looks pretty fallen out in the back and bottom, but now we're gonna do the big reveal. So here we go. So far it's looking pretty good. So far it looks curly. That is a decent curl. Trying my best not to get them too twisted. Okay, so on this side, not too bad. It's mostly curled towards the bottom, but I would say those are decent curls. I don't know if you can see that, but okay, let's take out the other side. This side also not too bad. So now let's test putting it in the back, seeing how horrible the back looks. Overall, I am impressed. I think this TikTok is reality approved. Okay, this one might take a couple of tries. You have to take the hair, grab it under, she said, then pull it up, then bring the tail around, and then you're supposed to be able to just pull this over almost like a hair tie. There we go. Doesn't look horrible, but is it approved? It stays okay. So I actually just discovered that she did a slowed down version / how to do it if you have shorter hair. So we're gonna give this another go to give it all of the chances that it deserves. So in the slowed down version, it shows how she kind of pulls the hair up with her. You grab it, but you have to give it some space, some slack to pull it around. So again, kind of like the one that I did earlier. This definitely feels tighter, so I think that's definitely a tip. Honestly, feeling a little better about this. Now here's what she says to do if you have shorter hair. Instead of taking your whole hand, she says to use just 2 fingers. So taking 2 fingers instead and creating a loop of sorts. I think this is half approved if you have a good enough length hair, or you do the shorter version, but I feel like with the shorter version it might not hold well enough. And no matter which version you're doing, I don't think it's as secure as she's saying in the video, but it's not bad, so half approved. Okay, this next one is a little different. It's not so much a styling hack as it is a hair health hack. Pretty much you're using a razor to get rid of split ends. What she does is she takes her hair, the end of it, and she uses this razor. I'm just like sectioning a piece of my hair right now. She just takes it, and hopefully I'm not about to ruin my hair, but she literally takes it and razors it downwards. So let's try. Oh my god, I do not think this is right. Look how much hair this just took out of my head. None of which, I don't know if that's coming up on camera, none of which were split ends. So this is why you take things that you see on TikTok with a little grain of salt. Oh my god. Okay. Well, now just more of my hair is falling out of my head. Cool. Or maybe I need to not do it so high up. Maybe just do it at the very, very tip of hair. Like literally like the end of the hair. Okay, that cut off less hair obviously. But the problem with this hack is that it's not really cutting your split ends, it's just cutting all of your hair off. Like you're just using a razor instead of like chopping your hair and maybe making it look choppy. You're like razoring off the ends of it. So yeah, I'm gonna say this is a no. Okay, this next one is actually from a beauty hacks account. So pretty much this is if you think your ponytail is too short and not long and voluminous enough looking, it is a way to make your hair appear longer. So for comparison's sake, just like the video, I'm gonna put up my hair. I have pretty long hair, so I feel like my hair does look pretty long when it's up in a ponytail, but it can always use more volume. So this is what it looks like in a normal ponytail. It comes down to about here, okay? Now what she does is divides her hair into two sections. She kind of does like you're gonna do a half up, half down, and she takes this top section of hair and puts it into a ponytail, almost where your normal ponytail would be if you were doing a high ponytail, which is gonna make my ponytail look very small because I have less hair going into it. And now you're gonna take your other hair tie and put up your next ponytail. I'm gonna flip this to the front. And she didn't do this one super high, she kind of just did it at the back of her head, and obviously do it in line with the first ponytail. The moment of truth. Okay, interesting. Here's the problem. It didn't really lengthen my hair much. It made it about a couple inches longer maybe. It was like here before and now it's like, okay, that's not much length that it's adding. And I don't necessarily think it'll look any thicker because I think my hair is not thick enough to begin with to hide this second ponytail trickery. So if you will see this side shot here, negative. I think maybe this would work better if I had my hair curled, because then it would hide this second ponytail in the back potentially, but I feel like if you're moving your hair around a lot, you're still gonna see it unless you just have your hair straight to the back the whole time. So yeah, I feel like this one's kind of a bust. Okay, this one's kind of like a mix between a hair hack and a hair styling tip. This one's pretty funny because of the audio that she uses in the background, but pretty much she parts her hair to the side, or probably however you normally part your hair. I'm gonna part my hair to the side. Then she takes the front strands, so I'll say that's about good, just kind of like 1-inch pieces from the front. And then she literally just makes like a beard and then puts it in a hair tie. Really cute. And then she effortlessly flips it to the back. Okay, there's an issue here. Clearly I did it too tight. Let me loosen it, or maybe my head's too big. Okay, there we go. And it creates a little half up, half down style. We've got our sections again. This time I'm not gonna tie it so tight below my chin. I'll give a little bit of extra room. One more time. And then let's flip. Okay, that was much more smooth. I think this is hair hack approved. If you liked this video, please be sure to give it a thumbs up, and if you'd like to see more, hit the subscribe button. Thanks so much for watching, and à la prochaine. See you next time.